Hey guys, this is Luis Moreno with Simply Health Insurance Agency, and I've got Todd on this Zoom training with us. And what he's going to do is he's going to break down the dental and vision product with Ameritas. So Todd, I'm going to let you just jump right in, man.
Good afternoon. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And thank you for everyone taking time out of their day to visit with me and talk a little bit about the Ameritas individual dental and vision plans. Again, my name is Todd Cowan. I'm the National Sales Director for Ameritas Dental. And we've got some exciting things to talk to you about today. We're going to touch on the brand new plans that we rolled out about 30 days ago. These products were built with feedback from our agents and our general agent partners. So thank you for that feedback. We'll talk a little bit about our network and what makes us different from a network perspective. And then we'll talk about the enrollment process, not only how to get set up to enroll, but then how our top agents use our enrollment tool. So with that, we can jump right into the presentation. We do a lot of research at Ameritas around our top producers and how our top distributors use standalone dental and why they include standalone dental into their product portfolio. And a couple of the themes from these top agents come back to us, and you can see them on the screen. The first is referrals. Using a standalone dental plan, and dental is in very high demand, both in the under 65 as well as the over 65. But using a standalone dental plan to establish that client base during the off season, outside of any open enrollment period, helps these top agents create a referral database. So as they move into the open enrollment periods, again, whether that be the over 65 or the under 65 open enrollment periods, they have an automatic referral source. So again, using standalone dental to create those referrals. The next is persistency. The old adage around having more than one line of coverage with a client helps that client stay with you longer. That absolutely holds true in the standalone dental and vision arena. The next is adding value to your clients' lives. Again, this is a product that's in high demand. And so we want to make sure that you've got a product that will fill any sort of coverage gaps, whether it be under an ACA plan or whether it be under traditional Medicare. So we want to make sure you continue to add value to your clients and close any coverage gaps that might exist. And then the last is using standalone dental to grow your business from a commissions perspective. So that's some of the feedback that we've received from our top producers on why dental and vision is important in their portfolio. We talk a little bit about why Ameritas. Ameritas has been in the individual dental space for over 30 years, so we're not new to this marketplace. We think it's important as you're evaluating dental carriers to work with. We think there's a tremendous amount of value in working with a dental carrier that's been in the marketplace for a long period of time. We spend a lot of time evaluating how consumers use our products. We understand the claims utilization, and we understand how to price our products and build products that resonate with our marketplace. So again, we've been in this business for 30 years, and we've got a substantial in-force book of business. The other item that I want to touch on is our go-to-market strategy. Our go-to-market strategy really has three different approaches. The first is economic value. And that's what I mean when I say economic value. It's things like having access to a network that saves your clients money, having no waiting periods for covered benefits on our total plan and our access plan, having next day effective dates. Those are examples of creating economic value. The next part of our go-to-market strategy is product simplicity. We want to make sure that our products are easy for you to explain to your clients, and they're intuitive and easy for your clients to understand. And then the last item in our go-to-market strategy is enrollment ease. We want to make sure that you can enroll your clients in 3 minutes or less. So those three things, economic value, product simplicity, and ease of enrollment, are the core to our business strategy. And you'll see everything that Ameritas does reinforces those three items.
Todd, and I'll tell you, I love the new enrollment link. It is so easy to enroll somebody now.
Fantastic. Yes, we just rolled out our brand new enrollment link about 60 days ago, and we're getting a lot of positive feedback.
Gotcha. Thumbs up
So
there.
we talked about some of the market research that we do. Another feedback item that we've received from our agents is this idea of working in the over 65 market or the under 65 market. Our data shows us, or our data is telling us, that now more than ever, agents are transitioning. They're working in both markets. They're moving from the over 65 and the under 65. They're not exclusive in the under 65 market any longer. And in response to that feedback, you'll see the changes that we've made to our product portfolio to meet the needs of both that under 65 market and the over 65 market. Some quick industry data. For those of you that may not be in the under 65 market today, you can see some of the demographics on the screen with the underinsured population. So you can see the 19 to 25, 26 to 30, and 35 to 44 are some of the highest rates of our uninsured population. So there's a coverage gap. These folks need to have dental coverage. 25 million people are employed on a part-time basis or on a gig economy and don't have access to traditional employer benefits. So again, this talks to that market opportunity, that under 65 market. It's underserved today. For those of you that may be in the under 65 market and not familiar with the over 65 market, there's some data on the screen that's interesting. 1 in 4 seniors lack dental insurance coverage today. 25% of the seniors that are surveyed said they don't know how they're going to get dental coverage after they retire. And the last data point is probably the scariest. Some of our seniors that we polled say that they think that traditional Medicare will cover their dental needs. So again, the key to that over 65 market starts with education, educating your clients on what is and is not covered under traditional Medicare. So we talked about our core strategies. We talked about product simplicity, economic value, and ease of enrollment. What you'll see on the screen is an illustration of our product simplicity, our product consistency. There's no need to memorize this. All of this information is baked into our quoting engine. So you don't have to memorize what products are available in what states. I only want to show you this graphic to give you an idea that everywhere that is covered in blue has a single plan design, has a consistent plan design. So you don't have to worry if you're working in multiple states that you've got a product that'll work for you in multiple states. You do see some of the states are highlighted in black. That does not mean that I don't have a plan. I have a dental plan in all 50 states. What that's telling you, those states that are in black, is that I've got a challenging Department of Insurance and I've got a unique plan specific for that state. So again, product available in all 50 states, product consistency across the country. Let's jump right into the plan designs. Again, these are our brand new plans that we launched about 30 days ago, and they were launched with your feedback, the feedback from our agents. And so we appreciate that. Before I jump into the plan, I want to level set and make sure that everyone is aware of some key features that set Ameritas apart from our competitors. The first is next day effective dates. What I mean by that is you can enroll your client today and have their coverage start as soon as tomorrow. You can enroll them today and they can go to the dentist tomorrow. The next feature that makes Ameritas different is we don't have any waiting periods on our total and our access plans. So again, it's that economic value. We're giving members immediate coverage. The next thing that sets Ameritas apart is that our plans, all of our plans, are available to everyone 18 years or older. There's no age limitations. So anyone from 18 years or older can purchase any of our plans. So with that said, let's jump into our total plan. This is our brand new plan. Now, again, anyone can enroll in this plan, 18 years or older. However, this plan was built with seniors in mind. So let's talk about some of the unique features. The first is Preventative Plus. The second is you see us added a hearing benefit. And the third is an increasing annual maximum. So let's talk about Preventive Plus and what that means. This is a unique feature to Ameritas. We're the only dental insurance carrier in the individual space to have Preventive Plus. What this means is that any expense that it goes to type 1 benefits, any preventive expense, exams, cleanings, bite wings, that your client incurs does not accumulate towards the annual maximum. A hearing benefit. We added the hearing benefit based on your feedback, and we'll go into that in just a second, and then the increasing annual max. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits. On the left-hand side of the page, you see the maximum benefits. Day 1 on our total plan start off at a $2,000 annual max, and they increase to a $2,500. Included in the plan is Preventive Plus. We talked about that. That's any expense towards preventative services does not accumulate towards that $2,000 or that $2,500.
Out of curiosity,
Deductible?
Todd, and this is just because it happened to me. What happens when they do that cleaning that's coded as, I guess, a deep cleaning, not just a regular preventative? Does that fall under the Preventive Plus or under basic?
It really depends on how they would code that. Okay. So without knowing the exact code, it could fall either under the Preventative Plus or the basic cleaning. If it was a deep cleaning, a scaling is probably going to fall under that major services.
Okay, gotcha.
So it'd be under type 3. Okay. But again, it's going to be specific on the coding. So moving down to type 1 services, again, 100% day 1 can have that next day. Enroll someone today and they start tomorrow. Basic services start off at an 80% coinsurance and then increase to a 90% in year 2. Major services start off at 20% and they increase to 50% at the end after year 1. I want to highlight a little bit of what's inside the major services. You can see oral surgeries, endo, perio, crowns, bridges, dentures, and implants. For those of you that work in the senior market, you know there's 3 things that are not covered under traditional Medicare. First is dental, second is dentures, and third is vision. Excuse me, we added dentures a few years ago to close that coverage gap in traditional Medicare. Then we'll talk a little bit about you see our hearing benefit. That's a $75 benefit for exams on an annual basis. And then the hearing aid benefit starts off at a $200 per year on day 1, and then increases to $400 per year after year number 2. So this is our total benefit, our total plan. Anyone can enroll. However, the benefits are designed to resonate with that senior population. Moving into our
Todd, real quick.
I'm sorry?
Is that 400 batteries included in that?
Hearing aid benefit batteries are included. That's correct.
Okay.
You got it. Okay. Access plan. This plan is built with our under 65 population in mind. Let's talk a little bit about the benefits that set us apart from the marketplace in that under 65. First is Preventive Plus. Next is LASIK. Next, we've added teeth whitening based on your feedback. We've got child ortho and our increasing max. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits on the top left-hand side of the page. Day 1 starts off at a $1,000 annual max and increases to $2,000 after year number 1. Preventive Plus, we talked about what that means. Deductibles, 0 for type 1 services, $50 for type 2 and type 3. Preventive services, that's exams, cleanings, bite wings, sealants, and space maintainers. Again, this plan might work a little bit better in that under 65 population. 100% coverage day 1. Type 2 services for fillings and extractions start off at 65%, increase to 80%. Type 3 start off at 20% coinsurance and increase to 50% coverage after year number 1. I do want to call out, in addition to the crowns, dentures, bridges, and implants, we cover teeth whitening. This is what we've added this year. Brand new for this plan, again, teeth whitening covered at 20% day one and 50% after 12 months. Child ortho is at 15% day one and then increases to 50%. The LASIK benefit, again, brand new benefit. We're the only individual dental carrier that offers a LASIK benefit. Starts off at $125 per eye, and that increases to $250 per eye after year number 2. So this is our access plan, geared a little bit more towards that under 65 population.
Todd,
our third plan.
Hit me up with the preventative plus definition. What does it do again?
Sure. So preventive plus, any of these type 1 services. So when your clients go and get their exams and they get their cleaning and they get their bite wing x-rays and that provider files the claim for them, that expense, that claim amount would normally go towards your annual maximum, towards your 1,000, right? You're using up some of your annual maximum. With the preventive plus, it does not count towards your annual maximum.
Got it.
So you still keep that $1,000 annual max or that $2,000 annual max. Okay. It's a unique benefit specific to Ameritas in the individual space. Okay, our last plan is our value plan. Our value plan is geared toward those value buyers that are looking for a plan that focuses on preventative coverage and focuses, and they're looking for that price point, maybe in that $17, $18, $19 price point. This could be someone who is 26 years old that's aging off of their mom and dad's plan, a recent college graduate, the Uber driver, gig economy, again, someone who's looking for a starter plan. You see the max, it does have the preventive plus, which is an important feature. The annual max at $750. Deductible, zero deductible for type 1, $50 for type 2 and type 3. Preventive services start off at 90% and then increase to 100%. Type 2 services start off at 50% and increase to 80% after the first year. And then our major services, we do provide for 15% coverage after our first year. So again, plan that's geared towards those folks that are looking for that value buyer and looking for that price point around $17, $18, $19 a month. Okay. Moving on to our network and why Ameritas believes that networks are important. The first is rate stability. To the extent that Ameritas can, that members seek services inside of the Ameritas network, that helps Ameritas control the cost of those claims and helps keep both our new business and our renewal rates stable. I'm excited to say that we have not had a rate increase in the last 2 years, and we do not plan on having a rate increase this year. And a lot of that goes back to being able to control those costs through our network. Good. The next is contracted fees and member savings. Our providers have agreed to a contracted rate that reduces the billed amount, and that reduction in billed amount helps lower the out-of-pocket expense for our members. So again, seeking services inside of the Ameritas network helps reduce the out-of-pocket expenses for our members. No balance billing and no claim forms. Going inside of the network, our providers will file the claims on behalf of our members, which lends itself to a great customer experience. The size of the Ameritas network, I'm excited to say over the last 12 months, we've grown the Ameritas network to over 70,000 access points, which takes us to a total of 583,000 access points across the country with more than 130,000 unique providers. This makes us one of the largest dental networks in the country. From a definition perspective, just so we're making sure that we're all on the same page in regards to definition, an access point is a unique brick and mortar location across the country where an Ameritas member can seek dental services. And then a unique provider is just that, That's a unique dentist, a specific dentist that's providing services inside those access points. So again, one of the largest networks in the country. So we talked a little bit about the core strategy that Ameritas has around creating economic value and what that means with not having waiting periods, for example, day one coverage, next day effective dates would be another example. The best way to illustrate this economic value concept, I think, is through the chart that you should see on the screen now. And if we walk through a quick illustration on the left-hand side of the page, the best way is to go through an example. An uninsured person walks into a dentist office with no insurance at all, and that dentist says that they need to have a crown. With no insurance, that dentist would charge that person on average $1,368 because they had no insurance at all. That person picks up the phone and calls an insurance agent, and that insurance agent sells them an Ameritas total plan and has the coverage start the next day. That member the next day walks into the Ameritas dentist, the Ameritas provider, and just by being part of the Ameritas network, that Ameritas provider has reduced the billed charges from $1,368 down to $803. That's the contracted rate. In addition to that contracted rate, that member gets the day one benefits we talked about. We talked about the day one benefits for the total plan, the Ameritas total plan. So within 24 hours, an agent has saved their uninsured client the difference between $1,368 and $642, which would be their out-of-pocket. So they've saved them 53% in 24 hours. And then a year later, you can see that savings increases to 71%. So it's just an illustration of how the Ameritas plans create that economic value.
It's huge for the uninsured side.
It is. Moving on, transitioning away from the dental coverage and moving into the vision coverage. There's two things that I want to make sure that folks remember that make Ameritas unique on the vision side. The first is that our vision plans can be sold in conjunction with, bundled with dental, or they can be sold standalone, either one. So that makes Ameritas unique. Okay. The next thing that makes Ameritas unique is that we have a relationship with both IMED, the IMED provider network, and the VSP provider network. So that also makes us unique. Let's jump right into the plans. We talked a little bit about why dental is important at the beginning of our discussion. We transition a little bit on why vision is important. Industry data tells us that poor vision will increase the risk of falls and fractures, increases the risk of depression, or the difficulty of identifying medications, or the difficulty of those ADLs, those activities of daily living, bathing, dressing, etc. And it's for these reasons that Ameritas views vision as an important part of our members' overall wellness. We put it on equal priority with dental. And so if we transition a little bit into our vision plans, all of those same features, we talked about next day effective dates with dental. That's the same on vision. No waiting periods on our plans. That's the same on our vision plans. So those key concepts still hold true with our vision products. So the first is our plan through IMED. You can see some of the IMED providers: Lens Crafters, Target Optical, Pearl Vision, Contacts Direct. This plan was built with the value buyer in mind. It's a comprehensive plan and very popular with our members. So you can see eye exam is $25. Contact frames and fitting are at $15. Frame allowance is at $130. The frequencies: eye exams, your members can get an eye exam every 12 months. They can get their eyeglasses or contact lenses every 24. They can get their frames every 24. So we call this plan 12-24-24 plan. That's an industry way to describe this, 12, 24, 24. You can see the rates are very well priced at $10.67 across the country. We do have a few states with some state specifics. Florida, Minnesota, and Mississippi are at $8.54. So again, that's our IMED plan. VSP plan, you can see some of the network retailers that are inside of our VSP network. Costco, VisionWorks, and Walmart would be a couple of examples. Oops. Moving on to our benefits. You can see an eye exam at $10, frame allowance at $150. So the benefits are a little bit richer on the VSP plan. The benefit frequencies, the prior plan was a 12, 24, 24. This plan is a 12, 12, 12, which means the benefits are a little bit richer and the frequencies, a little more, your members can seek services a little bit more frequently on this plan. So you can see the premium increases slightly up to $16.34 across the country. And then we do have a few state specifics, Florida, Minnesota, and Mississippi at $13.07. It's important. So we'll transition a little bit away. We talked a little bit about dental and what the brand new plans and how those are unique in the marketplace and what separates us from the competition. We talked a little bit about our vision plans, being able to sell both standalone as well as bundled with dental. We're going to talk a little bit more about some of the value added benefits that members receive automatically when they enroll in one of our dental plans. So these are automatic benefits that are often overlooked. The first is our Find a Provider tool and some of our web tools. I'm going to show you an example of that in just a few minutes, our Find a Provider tool. Dental cost estimator. This increases the transparency that our members have around their dental cost spend. So this allows consumers to plug in the type of procedure that they're going to receive, the zip code that they're located in, and the system will bring back the expected charge for that particular procedure. So again, it helps consumers control their costs and budget their costs. Okay. Dental health report card. We keep track of folks' claims and we send them reminders around the importance of seeking their regular preventive dental checkups. Prescription drug cards, a savings card rather, as well as an eyewear savings card come automatically with the plan. The last plan is important, specific to our travel assistance. This assists our members as they're traveling anywhere outside the United States. And if they have a dental emergency, they can pick up the phone and call Ameritas, and we will find a provider local to them, close to them, in whatever country they happen to be in, and we'll work with that provider to make sure that our member receives dental services to address that dental emergency and bridge them back until they can return back to the United States. That worldwide assistance is an important benefit. Again, it's automatically included in the plan.
Correct.
Some dental or some tools that we provide our agents. You can see there's an agent microsite that I've got here across the top of the screen, exploreemeritus.com. We've got an agent resource page. There's some blog articles there that are compliance approved, some additional product information, social posts for those of you that may be interested in posting information about Ameritas and articles. Those are all compliance approved. As well as information around our network. So again, just a resource for our appointed agents to get some additional collateral material to use at your discretion.
Hey, Todd, are our agents able to order brochures or one-sheeters of the different plans that you've got?
They are. So the one-sheeters will be available on that agent resource page, the agent microsite. They'll have the ability to download information there.
I got you. Okay, great.
Okay. Moving on to the enrollment process. We talked a little bit. We were going to talk about new plans. I told you that. We're going to talk a little bit about our network. And now we're going to talk about our enrollment process. It's important for Ameritas that we have an enrollment tool where you can enroll your members, or your members can self-serve and they can enroll enroll themselves in 3 minutes or less. We have what's called a straight-through process. What I mean by that is that we are 100% paperless. When an agent gets appointed with Ameritas, they will receive an enrollment link. That enrollment link is unique to that agent, and that's how we track that agent's production and ultimately how we pay commissions. So we ask that you do not share your link with other folks, with other agents. So that enrollment link allows you to enroll your members over the phone, or you can send your link out to the member and they can self-serve and enroll themselves. What I mean by straight-through processing is when you or your members submit an application through the enrollment link, that is loaded into the Ameritas billing and claims system through a batch process in the middle of the night, and that allows the member to receive their ID card or notification that they have been issued the following day, and they can actually go and download their ID card off of their website. And they can go and go to the dentist the following day. So again, straight through processing. At no point is the application touched by an underwriter or any sort of administrative person. Okay. So let's talk about the quoting process very quickly. We try to make sure that we can get to the rate as quickly as we possibly can. So we like to ask minimal information up front through the process. So we're going to ask what zip code the member is located in. Upper left-hand side of the page, we're going to ask if they're looking for dental. Upper right-hand side of the page, we're asking if they also want to see some vision plans. And then we're going to ask how many folks need to be covered. We have a 3-tier, single plus one, or full family. Those are our choices from a rating perspective. What we'll return based on the zip code that the agent or the member has entered are the plans that are available in that particular state. I will always bring up to the top of the page what our best selling plan is in that particular zip code. You'll see the center of the page has some information around the basic information about the plan benefits. You'll have the ability to drop down and get greater detail on those benefits. The left-hand side of the page has our Find a Provider tool. If someone were to select that Find a Provider tool, that allows them to search by county, city, state, zip. We also have these additional filters down here at the bottom if you needed to have someone that maybe speaks Spanish, or someone that is an orthodontist or has a particular specialty. You can apply those filters, and what we'll return are the dentists that are in our network based on the filters that you've added. You can see we have 2 different color fonts here. We have a black font and a green font. Everyone that is returned is inside the Ameritas network. The difference between the color of the lettering or the fonts, you can see that there's one example that is green. Right. What that means is that that particular dentist has agreed to the deepest discounts and the deepest negotiated rates in that area. So if a member wants to lower their out-of-pocket expenses and create as much economic value as possible, they can go to a provider that is in green lettering. And again, that provider has agreed to our deepest discounts in that particular area. But everyone is in the network, so I don't want you to feel like they have to choose one or the other. It's just an option for them.
Gotcha.
After someone is enrolled, again, we take from an enrollment perspective, we take credit cards or bank account, ACH. We do not offer a paper bill option. That member and the agent will both receive a confirmation email. That the email the member receives provides some instructions on going back out to the member portal, and they'll have access to their policy booklets and their ID cards in the event that they would like to download a certificate booklet. Okay. So what's in it for the agent? Again, we talked about our best-selling agents are leveraging standalone dental to sell throughout the year. They're establishing those those databases. They're not limited to open enrollment period, whether it be the AEP period or an OE period. Remaining relevant. We know that your clients are going to buy dental. It's in high demand. We want to make sure that you're that one-stop shop, that our agents have the tools to fill coverage gaps, any coverage gaps that may exist either in an ACA plan or in traditional Medicare. And then that persistency, having those multiple products with a client, helps that client, increases that persistency and helps them kind of stay one of your customers. So next steps. If you're not already appointed, we encourage you to contact your FMO, and he or she can provide you with the appropriate appointment paperwork. Once that paperwork is complete, within 3 to 5 business days, you'll receive an enrollment link, and that will allow you to begin quoting and enrolling the Emeritus dental plans. And that's what I've got today.
And that's pretty easy. So guys, I will tell you, I do a lot of ACA under 65 health insurance, and the people that I'm running into are people that are leaving an employer that offers benefits, and they're coming from a package that includes dental and vision. So we as agents have got to throw it in there. If we don't throw it in there, then we're just setting ourselves up for another agent to come in, sell this product, make a little money, but also the potential for them to take our client. So we must, as Todd has mentioned, the more products you have with an insured, the longer they stay. I look at it as hooks. I may have my health product as one hook, but I go and add dental and vision hook. Hey, they're going to, it's going to be that much harder for them to leave me when I have 2 products. So guys, definitely put this into your agent toolkit, your portfolio of products that you offer. If you don't have a contract, get with me. I'll help you out. I'll send you a contracting link and we'll get you set up ASAP. So thank you for being on here. And Todd, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Sounds good.